urban gardening and school library programs, nurturing the next generation with practical skills. Discussing on this panel are Dr. Maria Fe Nicola, Ms. Antonija Lujanac, Dr. Mayasari Abdul Majid, and they'll be talking about how to incorporate urban gardening into our school programs. Research advocates that school libraries and school librarians have evolved from the traditional roles of keeping books to more enhancing roles that have further established the fifth law of the guarantor that said library is a growing concern. We have three objectives that is going to guide this discussion, and we have about 4 or 5 questions that the panelists will use to guide the discussions.
Thank you, Sophia. So my name is Antonija Lujanac. I am from Croatia, and I'm glad to join you today. Some questions we will answer during this panel is what is urban gardening, and what is the role of librarians in promoting urban gardening. We will share with you some good practice example how we implement urban gardening in our school library programs, and why are these activities very important when we want to support students with special needs. So what specific benefits have been noted. And we will also discuss something about challenges we have during our activities, and also some ideas that can be implemented in every school library, no matter from where you are. So we are from different continents, and of course there are so many differences in our countries, in our schools, but we recognize it benefits. So we try to implement urban gardening activities in our schools, and here are some examples how maybe you can encourage yourself and try something similar. In my school, we have opportunity to host some volunteers from European Solidarity Corps program, and these volunteers come to my school and spend 2 months in every school that is implemented and involved in this program. And they help us to organize garden festivals and different activities that are outdoor. We think that these activities are very, very important for our students because they have opportunity to feel the nature.
Kids are so full of energy and they are super friendly, and it was easy to work with them. They're the future, and so if we teach them to behave in a more responsible way than we did, that's really part of bigger change.
Working with kids forces you to be joyful.
So as you can see, these volunteers come from different European countries, and they organize activities outdoor. Sometimes these workshops are about cultural diversity, but usually we have gardening activities, and we always invite our neighbors to join us. Another possibility is to build tiny gardens, tiny books, everything that can motivate children to be more creative. For example, you can find on internet so many amazing ideas how to build tiny books. And these activities also help students to work with hands. This is very important for them, especially now when they spend so many hours on their cell phones. And also during these activities, they feel calm. They can work in groups, or maybe they can work alone. It depends. But it's amazing because also students with special needs, they usually enjoy in such activities, and the result is not so important. So We can always help them to make these results more attractive, but the process of building such tiny books or tiny gardens is very important for such students. For example, you can try to build a little library. You can even promote some special books, and usually it's very easy to build it in Canva, so it's not so hard to try and build such tiny books. Another possibility that is very cheap and easy is to build tiny gardens. So you don't need a lot. You need only your creativity and, for example, some ideas, and this can inspire you to try and build amazing tiny gardens. This activity is really something special, because during these activities, students can discuss with each other, they can learn about nature, about sustainability. So many amazing possibilities is easy to implement even in school library. So for example, when you have students who don't join some extracurricular activities and they have some free time, you can prepare for them a space in your library where they can build such a tiny gardens. And so many ideas you can find on YouTube.
Hello, I am Dr. Mayasari Majid, and I'm from Malaysia. I would like to share one of our engaging activity from a recent library class. As is customary, we begin each session with a book discussion led by the librarian. This time we explore Gardening with Children by Monica Henneman et al. We are focusing on chapter 1, which emphasizes the importance of living in community. In this chapter, as you can see, I will show to you. Okay. All right, as you can see here, a young girl is depicted watering flower from her balcony. So it's illustrating that possibility of gardening even in an urban environment. The key takeaway from the discussion was that despite living in the city, it is possible and beneficial to engage in gardening. It also highlighted the significance of having plants in our surroundings, as it is not just humans who live in these communities. Small creatures such as squirrels and bees are also part of the natural ecosystem, and their lives are interconnected with ours in many ways. Following our discussion, we consider how best to introduce the concept of gardening to our young students, especially given that our school is located in the heart of the city and we do not have a garden on site. So we come up with the idea of creating terrariums, which offer a simple and practical ways for students to engage with nature in an urban setting. This project was particularly special because it was done in collaboration with students from Taiwan who were visiting our school. During the session, Malaysian and Taiwanese students worked together in pair to create their own mini terrarium. Before the hands-on activity, the librarian provided a step-by-step guide explaining the process and outlining the material required to construct the terrarium. Let me share photos from the project. So as you can see, we started our library class by introduce what we're gonna have, what we're gonna do today. Okay, so this is our student. They create a very small terrarium only. Okay. Then I also have some video to share with you. Now you see, we are displaying the terrarium in our library. So we display all the students' work in the library. All right, so the project not only fostered an appreciation for nature, but also promoted cultural engagement and teamwork among the students.
I'm Maria Nicola from Jakarta, Indonesia. In our school, we have a hydroponics project where we cultivate more than just plants. We nurture responsibility, creativity, and environmental stewardship. So we focus on enhancing responsibility and care. Each student plays a crucial role in monitoring plants' growth, regulating nutrients, and managing equipment. This hands-on experience teaches the students how to be accountable for living things and their environment. We also maximize limited spaces. Our system or hydroponic system is designed to thrive in compact indoor areas, providing that we can grow nutritious plants even in small environments or spaces. So this innovation shows us that every inch counts. And then we also promote environmental awareness. So through this project, the students learned about efficient plants growth, water conservation, reducing our environmental impact. So by understanding our usage of water and waste, they become better stewards of the environment or the community that they live in. This is their harvest time. So the first image displays healthy plant growing vertically on the balcony. So we have to ensure that the hydroponic system is placed in an area wherein the sunlight is coming in so that there will be enough health for the growth of the plant. This demonstrates the effectiveness of hydroponics in utilizing limited space, as these plants thrive without traditional soil, relying instead on the nutrient-rich water solutions. So vertical gardening maximizes space while allowing for efficient growth of the plant. And then the second image highlights the students actively participating in the project by gathering harvested greens. So their involvement fosters a sense of responsibility and teamwork as they learn to care and maintain the plants. So this hands-on experience is very essential for them so that they will better understand sustainable practices and food sources. And then for the third image, this one illustrates the practical application of their gardening efforts. So students are seen preparing freshly harvested greens for cooking, which emphasizes the importance of understanding where the food comes from and basically the nutritional value of homegrown produce. So this activity reinforces lessons on environmental awareness and healthy eating habits. So this is the outcome and growth development or even skill development of the students. And here, students, if you can see in the first picture, they are all working together. Collaboration and teamwork is there to ensure that they will have to prepare, the greens for their cooking. Second picture illustrates that the kids are very keen into observing the food that they are cooking to ensure that it will not get burned. And then they will be able to get a healthy food or a tasty food, yummy food at the end of the cooking session. And the third picture there, you can see them preparing for the food. Kids love pizza, but some do not like vegetables. So in this process, everyone has to ensure that the vegetables or the greens that they harvested will be a part of their cooking. So they put greens on top of their pizza, and then those who are not good into eating green vegetables are influenced by the others to eat the same thing. So the health habits are in place. Talking about knowledge and skill development, the hydroponic gardening seamlessly integrates subjects like sciences, maths, and social studies. So it becomes an interdisciplinary approach in the teaching learning process. In sciences, students explore plant biology and even ecosystems, while in math, they measure the growth rates and calculate nutrient solutions. They ensure that they have enough salt for the cooking that they have to ensure a yummy food at the end of the session. And in social studies, it helps them to understand the environmental impact of traditional agriculture versus hydroponics. And we have also nutrition and health education. So the hydroponic gardening encourages students to make healthier food choices by growing their own organic vegetables. They learn about nutritional values of fresh produce and how diet affects their overall well-being. It's fantastic. It's really a fantastic way to promote lifelong healthy habits for the students, especially for those who are not fond of eating greens. And hydroponic gardening also supports the extracurricular activities of the students by teaching them practical food preparation skills. So here students discover the value of farm-to-table eating as they cook with the vegetables they've grown. And this hands-on experience fosters an appreciation for fresh, healthy food and empowers the students to make better dietary choices. And roles of librarian in this project. So we spotlight the vital role of the librarians in supporting students through their weekly grade level meetings. So librarians have to attend for that one to ensure that we know what proper support in terms of materials will be given to the students and the teachers. So their efforts enhance students' learning engagement in the topics like hydroponics and sustainability. And librarians also curate a wide range of books and digital tools. Focus on, again, hydroponics and sustainability or whatever topics that's being discussed for that day. These resources are designed to enhance the students' research skills, helping them to gather information effectively and develop a deeper understanding of the subject. Librarians create also a collection of videos and infographics that teaches students about hydroponics and healthy eating. So these engaging materials make complex topics accessible and fun, encouraging students to explore these important learning themes. And finally, librarians play a very crucial role in creating a documentation hub. So the documentation, or they document students' progress in journals or blogs, showcasing their learning journey. So this does not help students reflect on their experiences, but also allows them to share their achievements with a wider school community displayed proudly in the library. Thank you.
So thank you for joining us today. I hope that you enjoyed, that you feel inspired. I was very inspired with examples from Dr. Mayasari and Dr. Maria. So my students tried to build terrarium, and as you can see, it was very successful. It's really not too heavy. You can find a lot of advices and you just need to try. We also built a castle, and students enjoy a lot. Of course, there are some challenges. You need to find maybe some teachers and other members in your local community that will support you, that will give you a good examples and good advices. But you can also find support in our worldwide global family of school librarians. And of course, if you want, we will be very glad to connect with you. You can find us on social media, but also we have our website. It's called myinvestin.com. And feel free to join us in promoting urban gardening. Thank you.